Hi there, Sagittarius. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at September 29 through October 5. And as we move into October, we move into the third and final Mercury retrograde session. Mercury is going out of phase or retrograde in Scorpio, which is an intense, secretive sign. So I really do feel that this is a time when the less said, the better. And I know that can sometimes be hard for you Sagittarians because you are a bit of a chatty Cathy and you do like to share information and you don't feel it's gossiping. Others disagree. And I just think that sometimes loose lips do sink ships, and it's really important that if you run into people from your past, which you will with Mercury out of phase in your 12th house, if you run into someone that you used to date or dated your best friend or your cousin or your sister or your brother, they don't need to know the ins and outs of what that person's up to now. In fact, that person would be ticked off if they thought you were, telling the world their story. Not that it's the world, but sometimes you don't understand because you may break up with somebody and it's all fine and everyone's happy and it was a good breakup. Other people break up with people and there's long, lingering, upset drama, feelings and agendas that you don't know about because you don't operate that way and maybe they haven't shared it with you. So if you do run into someone else's ex, she's fine, he's great, yeah, great. Nothing more. Because with Mercury retrograde in your 12th house, you're going to be running into people and you may say something that could set off not only like alarm bells and stuff, but just set off a whole conversation that maybe you don't really want to be part of and that you could get into trouble for. Venus, the goddess of love, moves into Libra this week, and that's great. That's going to be transiting your 11th house of hopes, dreams, wishes, and friendship. Venus is the planet of love. If you are in love with someone who is a friend and you've been wanting to move it forward and push it and see how it goes and see if he or she feels the same way, this is probably the time you're going to go ahead and do it. Keeping in mind that with Mercury out of phase, you may not be as communicative as you normally are. Normally you would be very much, honest and open and straightforward. But because this is one of those things where they're a friend first and you don't want to upset the friendship and you don't want to get caught up in something where everyone else is involved, you may be taking it a little bit easy. And in taking it easy, it's a good idea, especially with Mercury out of phase. Your communication skills aren't on point right now, so wait until the end of October and see where you lie there. And if you're lying in bed with him or her. Thanks so much for tuning in. I do appreciate the phone call, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week. Be thankful, grateful, and blessed.